Should men get married? Should men get married, bro? In today's climate, in today's society, should men get married? What you think? I say yeah. Obviously, I'm married. I think men should get married.
Shit better.
Yeah. She don't even watch this shit. She cool. You know what I'm saying?
Not yet.
Not yet. It's gonna happen.
This might be the first
the red
one
on. Yeah, red is on.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But I definitely think men should get married, but only pertaining to the person though. Honestly, I never hear a guy like, man, I want to get married. I want to go. I don't really hear that. I think when you find the right person, you're willing to get married. You know what I'm saying? Until then, though, we be focused on other shit. Especially, like, you should be focused on purpose in yourself. But aligning with that purpose, when you find the right feminine energy towards your masculine energy, which we've covered a lot, you should progress. Because I think in terms of goals, right? And what's the goal of the relationship? What's the goal of the relationship?
When you sound like that, you sound like a female.
Okay, why you say that?
Because that's what females say. What's the goal? We supposed to be like, what's our purpose? Or like,
The purpose ties in with the goal.
I'm just saying that I never gone into a relationship saying, what's my goal? I don't know. I've never done it, but even though I might be, a little bit on your side when it comes to marriage, I'm gonna have to, cause it's just I'm gonna have my legacy if I don't. But I never
that's
go
your
into
goal then.
But I don't be like, what's my goal? That sounds like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, guys don't think of it.
Yeah.
But I think, and we don't really think of it until we get to that point with that person. It's like, yo, like, for real, she's been holding me down. She's been sticking around. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I think. That's what I think guys think like. It's like, yo, like, I can marry you. Like, it's
a possibility.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm
But
gonna be
how
honest.
can you have a goal on something that's not finite?
I'm gonna be honest, man. So I grew up in a 2-parent household, so I always seen marriage. So I thought about marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was something that was like instilled in me as a youngin', because that's all I seen. That's what I grew up around. So I used to have a 3-year plan, right? By a year and a half, I would look and I analyze my relationship, and I'd be like, man, is she the one? You know what I'm saying? Is she the one?
What's the goal?
If she won't, then I didn't make no steps to
Progress.
think about proposing and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But to kind of clarify the question, should men get married? I'm definitely not against marriage.
Right.
I'm not against commitment. I actually champion guys getting committed. But
What's the difference when you say committed? As in like signing them papers, or committed like
signing them
together?
papers. Signing them papers, and that's my issue. And where I come from with the marriage thing is like, yo, the idea of marriage I have no problem against, but it's just the fact of now it's a government thing. It's it's considered a status symbol.
It used to be like that.
That's it, man. You know what I'm saying? So now, me going through the marriage process, Trey just went through it.
Yeah, it was
Like, yo, you
bullshit.
gotta go to the courts.
It was some bullshit.
You gotta sign some. You gotta
You
pay money to get a marriage license to get married.
Yep.
And then you got 30 days to get married. If you don't,
That
it
license
expires.
expires.
And then you gotta pay the money again to go back through it. With
It's
my
business,
ex,
man.
It's a
bruh,
business.
and that's
I
my
don't
issue.
like it.
Because
I
the
don't like
government
that.
just trying to get money from you. So when I say I like the idea of marriage and I'm for commitment, like, I don't got no problem with the ceremonies, the rings,
People.
the doing all that, the forever commitment. I have no issue with that. It's the actual government institution of it that I have an issue with. You look back on our African culture and stuff like that, it won't never the government was involved in it and stuff like that.
Right.
It's money grabs.
Yeah.
To me, you know what I'm saying? So when I say I'm not against marriage, like, marriage is a beautiful thing. Like, I love it. Two people come together for a common goal, to keep the family together, to better themselves, support one another.
But do you need marriage? Do you need marriage for all that?
If you want to raise children,
Bastards, go and say it.
if you want to raise children,
Say it.
Yes.
I ain't mean that.
Yes. If you want to raise children, man, the best way, especially for guys, man, it's cheaper to keep them. You know what I'm saying? And if you can try to work through it, you try to work through it. But also, man, if if that person is taking away from your purpose,
And your
if that person
happiness,
is taking away from your happiness, peace of mind, and stuff like that, you do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
So, yeah.
But you go ahead.
Well,
Oh, yeah, go ahead, give it to him.
y'all know my short answer is no. For all the reasons Paul just explained, it's just all the paperwork and the government involvement in it. And
Hate it, man.
also for me, like think about it like this. I think about the aesthetics of a wedding. It idolizes the woman. Like she's in all white, everybody can see her. She get to come down the aisle to some music, to a soundtrack. You just already standing there in the black and the shadows, and you just like
Like Batman.
you know, it's supposed to be her day.
Yeah.
What they have terms like happy wife, happy life. What about my happiness? You know what I'm saying?
Who made that stupid term?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Some simp.
Some
I said it. Some simp.
Hey,
Happy
I don't
wife,
know.
happy life.
Let's say imp. I don't know if YouTube will let you say.
Man, I don't care. This is a man's channel. That's simp. I don't live by that. When I be seeing, I've been in retail and customer service all the time, and then men will come in with their wives and they be talking. They'll be like, they can't even shop or something like that. They be like, yeah, I can't get that because happy wife, happy life. I have to make sure she likes it. I be looking at him like, you punk.
Right,
What?
Right,
Who
so-
cares?
When you saying about that, when it's towards, that's the wedding, not the marriage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck a wedding.
That's what women fall in love with is with the wedding.
Wedding.
Fuck a wedding.
They fall in
You know
love
what
with
I'm
that
saying?
wedding.
That fucks
You
their
mention
head up.
What he
anything
said,
wedding,
yeah.
Their head up.
you go to any type of planning, anything wedding, 3 to 4 times more. You know what I'm saying? Photographer, it'll be like $50. Wedding, oh no, that's a $400 thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, yo, like you
They
gonna do
making
the
bank.
same shit.
They making
You
bank
know what
off
I'm
this
saying?
job.
Wedding, all emotional, it is all on the woman. Me and my wife was like, yo, fuck this wedding shit. With,
I ain't do no wedding.
bro, if it was gonna be a whole
Yeah, that's
wedding,
all I did. Yeah.
But that's a sign right there.
if it was gonna
You
be
just
a
made a
whole,
good point,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? If it was gonna be a whole wedding thing for what we would have wanted,
Uh-huh.
because I'm extravagant too, it would have been no less than 20,000. Yes, nigga.
That's a cheap
You
You
wedding.
extravagant.
I'm extravagant.
You was trying to be
I'm
in that joint,
outlandish.
penguin out.
You know what I'm saying? I'm outlandish. If I'm a ball, I'm a ball out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna do
Leo.
shit, I'm gonna do shit
Leo.
right.
Big old Leo.
You know what I'm saying?
Big old Leo.
Like, and I love love, so this is gonna be a real thing. But if you look at what a wedding is, for real, we don't have that set up traditionally to where it's like, the parents supposed to, really the father's supposed to be the one who, you know what I'm
God
saying?
damn, man.
Oh, you gotta break down like who's supposed to be paying for it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the father, yeah.
No,
Damn.
the wife. Yeah, the
The wife's
woman's father,
father.
because he's saying,
Giving her
please
away.
take my
my-
daughter.
yeah.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, so here's your
know
last
what I
gift.
mean?
Take her. Yeah, thank you for taking her.
And none of our
Yeah.
fathers are in the picture.
Yeah.
So it would've
Damn,
came-
thank you for reminding me,
You know what I'm
Trey.
saying?
That's how it's supposed to be.
And that was
Yeah.
gonna come from
I'll do
us. You know what I'm saying? So if we wanted a wedding, we had to pay for it. We're paying for other people to come celebrate us?
Yeah.
Nigga, nah. Nah.
That's how it became now. Who got the biggest wedding?
Yeah.
And
And
as
you
we
gotta
say,
show your love. I don't have to prove my love to nobody but who I love.
And that's where the government comes
That's
in.
where we gotta, I don't like
That's
that
where I
shit.
got an issue with.
we got to
And
say both.
let me say long term, when it comes to the idea of a union,
Yeah.
when it comes to raising kids, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Like, you want to give that kid his best chance to be a healthy, contributing member to society by raising them up in that healthy atmosphere
Healthy
of a
environment.
household with the nurturing of a mother and the security of the father. We talked about yesterday at Rebuilding Men how important fathers are
Absolutely.
in life for that security, because
Yeah.
we've all had our past transgressions with our fathers, but that was like
Facts.
the common theme in all of our stories.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like I think you could have a union without all the paperwork and all the marriage and everything.
I think you can have the unity. That's why I was like, I told AJ in the episode on deadbeat baby mamas, I had spoke on that. I was like, yo, like you have a different concept of marriage, and it's more serious for you. But
Yeah, I take it seriously.
Yeah.
right, everything.
Strategic
The
for
way,
you.
because I didn't grow up looking at a marriage. I didn't have a marriage foundation for me to see.
Either.
But as far as commitment, discipline, sticking it through, effective communication, talking to each other, making things work, not quitting when it get hard, you know what I'm saying? Bringing in money, all of the things, even towards like thinking of how to raise a child, and you know what I'm saying, the type of environment we need to create, all of that stuff that goes into a marriage, I brought that to the relationship anyway.
Right.
I need to build this up anyway.
Uh-huh.
So I agree. I don't think you have to have the title of marriage to have a committed relationship,
Right.
dedicated to another person. You know what I mean? What's up, King?
What's up, man?
You know what I mean?
All right.
But still,
Yeah, we on the podcast. It's a men's podcast. You want to chip in?
Not right now. I'm about to get
get that work in. So, I get what you're saying, especially when it comes to women coming in all white and everything, and it's all
That's
about
supposed to
them.
symbol
and
purity too, by
honestly,
the way.
I
Supposed to be.
Yeah,
that's what I want to get into.
It's supposed to
that was
say
really
purity.
originally that was supposed to be, as far as being with a woman, we supposed to get a woman that's supposed to be pure
Yeah.
and untouched. She was raised correctly by her father
Yep.
and her parents to
Yep.
be a wife. For people that are Christians, of course, they hear that quote that says, "When a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing," and a lot of people say that wrong. The context of it is the woman is already a wife. When he finds a wife, you're not saying when he finds a girlfriend, he finds a good thing. So most of the time, 90% of these, I feel like, got into about 90% of the women out here are not wives. They just want the wedding. They don't understand how to raise a kid. They don't understand how to treat a man, how to grow, how to teach kids, how to be able to take care of the house, do all this stuff. So they fall in love with the premise of I'm gonna be married, but they're not wives at all.
That's
they
what
done,
it-
they done
hold
have
on.
plenty of what?
That's where the conditional love comes from.
What do you mean?
The conditional love.
That's where the conditional
What you
love
mean?
comes from.
from
Because
them.
the woman have all of those things. She's not experienced in that area. So when it comes to being a wife, why people getting divorced? Cause you gonna do this, you gonna do that. No, you
You
good.
good, you good,
Hey,
bro. Go ahead, do your thing.
We
No,
work out. Look at
yeah,
that.
it's
We
normal.
work out.
I've been
Look,
working
this is
out
a
doing
men's
it too, bro.
podcast.
You
You know
good.
what I'm saying? We sweating this shit too.
Yeah,
It's
it's
cool.
great.
You know what I'm saying? But that's where the conditions come into play. They're not pure. You know what I mean? They have options. I'm gonna walk out when it's all of this, whatever.
Take half
they're
your
not.
shit.
They're not. You know what I'm saying? The structure of marriage is set for the woman. You know what I'm saying? Where we're at right now in this climate, the structure of marriage is set for the woman. We all could agree that we don't like.
What does that have to do with conditional? What are you talking about?
That makes us not want to get married. That makes us not want to go to that extent. You know what I'm saying? Because you was talking about how 80% of people getting divorced at this climate, and most of them are the women that's walking away. You know what I'm saying?
Cause they got conditional love.
Because
Well,
they have conditional
we're
love.
gonna give you the statistics right now. It's 50% that your marriage is gonna get divorced, and it's getting closer to 60 now.
Okay.
But I say with the 80% of men, when a divorce happens, 80% of the time it's the women.
Yes.
Then it's 90% of the time when it's a woman that's educated.
Ooh.
You know that?
Yeah, gotta have.
If they got at least if they so
career.
you got to understand where I've gone back and forth, and we ain't wanted to title this
Everything.
video go to blue pill, red pill, anything like that. But I understand the red pill community when you see the statistics, because if I see something that's 50% off, and then they say it's 80%, and then it's 90%, I want somebody to run those numbers. If you're gonna get in the plane, they be like 50%, they gonna the
I
plane
don't-
go down 50% of the time,
I don't-
and 80% you might die.
I don't go
You gonna
off
get on
of
that plane?
statistics.
So I understand. I go off of some of the statistics
I don't,
because we have to.
Because fuck what anybody else is going through. This is my relationship. This is my marriage. This is what I'm committed to.
No, you just said it wrong. It's not your marriage. It's her. It's mostly her marriage now that your government is in there.
Okay.
Because she can go when she feel like it, and you can't do nothing about it, no
I
matter
can
how
go when I
much.
feel like it too.
You gonna lose.
It don't matter. But if I want to go, I can go. That's what I'm saying. Like, whoever you're gonna be committed to.
Uh,
All right, that's why you gotta pick and choose. You gotta know who you're dealing with. You gotta spend some time with that person. You gotta love this person. That person gotta love you back, and you gotta feel it before you go into marriage. A lot of people going into marriage prematurely. You know what I'm saying? And then they come with conditions, which fucks it up. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as this condition isn't met, you know what I mean? You got people that meet each other 6 months, let's get married, and then 6 months after that, it ain't working. Like, dog, that's a relationship. That's what you should have been date. That's a date. You know what I mean? That's,
so you think the problem? So you think the problem? What you're saying is you think the problem is now that it's 50% that people are divorcing
Don't go
because
off of
they're not.
statistics.
I'm just saying, as people staying together, you got to go off of some statistics. You
I
just gonna do stuff
understand.
blindly.
no, I'm following
like
myself.
you have exceptions out here, but they don't erase the statistics like
Exactly.
the majority of.
But I understand what
What
you're
is
saying.
it?
though.
I'm
What,
so-
what
what
is,
he's saying.
what is it about the exceptions though? So it depends on your perspective. So if you against marriage, you're gonna focus on that 50% that's getting divorced. But if you focused on like, yo, I want to make my marriage work, then focus on with that other 50% that stay together.
Yeah.
What is they doing? What is their relationship dynamics and
Cool,
everything?
but
like
I
that?
want to understand what you was talking about. So, if you feel like, do you feel like you can in control of your marriage?
Why not? Why wouldn't I be in
In
control?
this day and age, you think you can in control?
Why am I not in control? Why wouldn't I be in control?
Right, we might let's save this for part 2.
Yeah,
yeah.
because
Let's say
I
this
don't
for part
understand how you
two,
think
man,
you
I'm
in
telling
control
you.
of this
No,
marriage.
I understand what you. I feel like I understand what you're about to say. Like anytime
Yeah.
she could go, and then it's like, yo, I gotta deal with the repercussions of that.
True, that's what I'm saying. How you feel like, yeah, you
what I'm
understand, yeah. So
saying?
how you feel like
It
you
is
you
what
in
it
control?
is. Like we men. We
We
build
men,
it right
bruh.
back up. Yo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We adapt and all of that.
Uh-huh.
Keep
But
moving.
I'm not focused on her leaving.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Focus on the marriage.
I'm focused on the marriage. I'm
Right.
focused on the commitment.
Right.
And within that, we're gonna continue to go and grow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get what you focus on. So
Right.
if you like, man, this bitch can leave at any time, then at any time. This bitch can leave at any time. Then at any time she can leave. That's
Yeah.
always gonna be impounding on your heart. It's gonna be like, yo, like I'm never gonna feel like I can measure up because at any time she can go. I'm not worried about going. You know what I'm saying? That's why we spent. That's why we, bro. It took.
But understand that how can you effectively think that way when other men we calculate things they would. That's why we have visions. That's why we're men. I always think in the future. I don't think in the before or now. I always think in the future. So, not saying me, but other men will be like, yo, I know in the future if I look at this stuff, like, no matter what I do, I ain't gonna say bitches, but this woman is gonna be gone as soon as like something go wrong. And we already know that most women, they go off of their feelings.
Well, I'll tell you
One
this.
day they love you, one day they don't. One day they
I'll
want
let
to
you
fuck
go,
you,
yeah.
one day they don't want to be on you. One day they want to rub in your balls, next day they want to go leave with their parents. They update.
But we do the same shit.
I don't.
I want to let
I
Keith get in
don't.
real quick. Let Keith get in real
Go ahead.
quick.
Like I'm hearing both of y'all talking. I'm like, I have the solution. I believe. I think that's why I'm like, why I said short term. The answer is no, because I'm at the point in my life. I'm 32.
Uh-huh.
You know, I'm still relatively young.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make myself so valuable that it won't matter. Like if I get married, like if the woman want to leave, don't matter.
That's it. That's
one more.
That's why I was going.
It's a line waiting. Like
You want to get that fuck you money.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah,
it's
pretty
like,
much.
no matter what you do.
Call me,
That's what it-
call me
But
insecure.
that's how it's supposed to be.
We was just talking about who was it? His wife became a billionaire through a
Yeah,
divorce.
Bezos.
Bezos John, but
Yeah.
you're right about that. That's
Yeah.
how it's supposed to be. That's why.
Yeah,
That's
those
what I
statistics-
feel like.
You only got 5% though. That's what's wild.
Exactly,
That's
bro. And see, he
Finesse
won't.
that shit somehow.
He
Yeah.
won't even worried about that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? He like,
He
shoot,
got-
go
he
ahead,
made-
go.
I said he made that back last week. I mean, he's
Yeah,
good.
he made that like
Don't
about an
worry about
hour, bro.
Listen to this. They'll tell you money
I'm a hard
ain't.
man with y'all. I like this discussion.
Yeah.
We gotta get ready to wrap up though now.
They'll
I
tell,
know.
Yeah.
They'll tell you money.
We get
ain't-
you on the next one.
All
We
right,
get you
bet.
on the next one, yeah.
They'll tell you money ain't everything,
Right.
right? But those statistics, as far as the 50%, the 80%, they lower when couples are bringing in upwards of $250,000 per year.
When you're rich,
Yeah, because now she got incentive like to stay.
Like,
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
money is a
Like-
vital part. That's the thing. Like money is vital towards all of it, man. Because it's a necessity for what you want to do, what's the lifestyle that you want to bring out. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna close it out with something too.
Everything. So money is a necessity.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why we talked about like the man got to be capable of making money. He got to be bringing in something. He got to be doing that on the sense to be able to provide.
Yeah. All right, so I want to kind of close it out on this.
Yeah, because I got something more to say. This
Yeah,
is-
we're gonna do a
this
part
focus-
2.
Yeah, yeah.
We're gonna do a
Part two
part
after the
2.
work.
Yeah,
But
'cause-
I'm telling you though, the thing is, when we talking about money and divorce and everything like that, which one do you value? Which one do you value more? Do you value your peace and happiness more, or do you value your money? Now it's a difficult
Money is
decision.
my peace and happiness.
Because this is the thing, when you broke and don't got money, then that money become more important.
Right.
But as you accumulate more money, you realize, dang, like I gotta take care of everything else I want. My peace and happiness
Right.
is worth more. So yo, you gotta value it, and the main thing is like really just working towards that purpose, man. And go out here and get some money, man.
Right.
Make it
So,
money,
yeah.
man.
Let me talk to the ladies right quick.
Oh.
The solution. Y'all ever thought about polygamy? Next episode.
Let's see y'all next one, man. Yo,